Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my Southern Kitchen. My name is Ellen. It is Easter, my friends. Nothing says it like some good old hot cross buns. Oh, yes. So today's recipe, I'm going to share with y'all some homemade hot cross buns. And my friends, it is so simple and easy to make. The bomb.com delicious and is loaded with raisins, citrus, and spices. Oh, my mouth's watering. Everybody's going to love and enjoy this. Perfect to serve for your Easter dinner and Good Friday. You'll be going back for seconds. And I'll post the complete recipe along with the instructions down in the description box below. Also check out my 2 previous videos, Perfect Pot of White Rice on the Stove and Semi-Homemade Vanilla Cake. I'll post the link to both of those down in the description box below. So grab your yeast, your spices, and your bread flour sugar because we're about to bake some hot cross buns magic in my Southern Kitchen. Here we go. Alright, my friends, the first step we're going to do is prep our oranges. We need the zest of 1 orange and the juice. I have 4 oranges. We need about 4 to 5. Going to zest it first and use my box grater, or you can use a microplane. Alrighty, I got the orange zest, and make sure you use the orange part and not the white because the white is better. Going to set the zest aside. And it smells so good. All those essential oils gonna make it flavorful. So now we need the juice. Make sure you squeeze the oranges, going to make it super juicy. Okie dokie, as soon as I get through juicing all my oranges, I'll bring you back. Alright, my friends, I am through juicing up my oranges. In my measuring cup, I have a 1/2 cup. We're going to use that for the raisins. And in this small bowl, I have a 1/4 cup. We're going to use that for our orange sugar glaze that we're going to use for later to brush the buns. And I forgot to mention, I use medium to large size oranges. For the 1/2 cup of orange juice, I'm going to heat it up in the microwave for about 1 minute and 10 seconds. And over here, I have 1 cup of raisins, or you can use currants. We're going to pour them in the hot orange juice. Give it a stir until it's well combined. We're going to let the raisins sit in the orange juice until they cool to room temperature, and it's going to make them plump and juicy. And while that's happening, let's prep our dry ingredients. We need 3½ cups of bread flour. So we're going to start with the 3 cups. Going to use my 1 cup measurement and fluff it up. Using my butter knife, we're going to level it off and sweep it like so. And voila, perfect cup. We're going to pour it into my large bowl. Now we need 2 more cups. Just repeat the process. Another perfect cup. So that's 2. We need 1 more cup. And 3. So that's our 3 cups. Now we need a 1/2 cup. And the perfect 1/2 cup. So that's our 3½ cups of bread flour. Into our bread flour, we're going to add in a 1/4 cup of packed light brown sugar. Next, we're going to add in 1 envelope, which is 2 1/4 teaspoons of instant dry yeast. And our warm spices, 1½ teaspoons of ground cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon each of ground nutmeg and kosher salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground allspice. Going to whisk these together until they're well incorporated. Okie dokie, dry ingredients are done. Now we are ready to make the bread. Let's get started with the wet ingredients. We're going to use my stand mixer. You can also mix the dough by hand. And in the description box below, I'll put the directions down on how to mix it by hand. We're going to start with the paddle attachment. So in my bowl, we're going to add in 1 extra large egg at room temperature. Next, we're going to add in our orange zest. 1 cup of warm sweet milk, which is Southern talk for whole milk. And I warmed it to 110 degrees. And our last wet ingredient is our melted butter. This is 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter that I melted and cooled. We're going to mix these together on medium speed until they're well blended. Alright my friends, I am through mixing up the wet ingredients, and off camera I switched it from the paddle attachment to the dough hook. Now we're going to add in our dry ingredients 1 cup at a time and mix on medium speed. Alright, our last cup. Keep on mixing. Alright my friends, all the dry ingredients are mixed in. Now we're going to add in our raisins. Off camera, I drained the orange juice. We just need the raisins. See how plump and juicy they are? That's exactly what we want. Now we're going to knead the dough for about 10 minutes until stretchy and it pulls away from the bowl. Alright my friends, this is what our dough looks like. See how it's pulling away from the bowl? Nice and stretchy and elastic. That looks great. Now we are going to place the dough into our bowl. Going to place it into my large bowl. But before we do, I'm going to spray my bowl with cooking spray, or you can brush it with oil so that way our dough won't stick. I'm also going to spray my hands with the cooking spray so that way the dough won't stick to my hands. Make sure the dough is coated in the cooking spray and make sure you spray it generously. I'm also going to roll it all over the cooking spray in the bowl. Okie dokie, so now I'm going to cover my dough with plastic wrap, or you can use a clean kitchen towel. Now we are going to place the dough into a warm place so it can rise and proof. I'm going to place mine in the oven with the pilot light on, or you can place it in the microwave. Going to let it proof until it doubled in size, about 1 hour. I'll bring you back. Alright my friends, the dough has risen. Look how nice and big that is. So now I'm going to punch a hole in the center to release the air. Going to dust some bread flour onto my work surface. Plop my dough down and knead it a few times. Oh, this dough is soft and squishy like a pillow. Love the smell of yeast, and I can smell the spices. Alrighty, now I'm going to take my bench scraper, dust it with flour, cut the dough into 12 equal size balls. So now we're going to roll the balls about the size of a tangerine and pinch the bottom using my finger, like so. Just like that, a beautiful bun. Alright, as soon as I get through with the rest, I'll bring you back. Alright my friends, I got all my buns together. Now we are ready to put them into our pan, and we're going to put them in the 9 by 13 inch baking pan. But before we do, I'm going to spray my pan with cooking spray, or you can brush it with butter. Alright my friends, I got all my buns onto my pan. Now they're going for a second rise. This time I am covering them with a damp kitchen towel because we don't want the surfaces of the buns to get crusty when they're rising. Going to place them back into the oven and let them rise for another hour until they doubled in size. And while the buns are doing their thing, let's make the flour paste that we're going to use for the crosses on top of our buns. In my medium bowl, we're going to add in a half a cup of flour, and I'm using the same that I use for my dough, bread flour, and 5 tablespoons of water. Give it a quick stir until it's thickened. And if the paste is too thick, feel free to add in a little bit more water to get it to the desired consistency. All right, there we go. That's the consistency I'm looking for. Perfect. And that's it, my friends. Our flour paste is done. How simple and easy was that? Now I'm going to pour my flour paste into my piping bag, or you can use a Ziploc bag. I'm using a small circle tip, or you can just snip off the tip of the bag. Let's check on our buns. All right, my friends, our buns has risen nice and big, and look at the specks of raisins. Now it is time for the fun part. We're going to pipe the buns using our flour paste to a cross. Gorgeous! Beautiful cross on top. Ready to go into the oven, my beautiful beauties? It's nice and hot and waiting for y'all. Oven's preheated to 350 degrees. Going to let them bake until they're golden brown on top. About 25 minutes. And while the buns are baking, let's make our orange sugar glaze that we're going to brush on top when they come out of the oven. Over here on my stove top, I have my medium saucepan. My fire is on high heat. We're going to add in our freshly squeezed orange juice. Again, that's 1/4 of a cup. And 1/4 of a cup of white sugar. Give it a stir until it's well combined. All we do is bring it to a boil. All right, my friends, the glaze has came to a boil and all the sugar dissolved. So that's it, my friends. Our glaze is complete. A simple 2-ingredient orange glaze. It is going to be amazing on top of the hot cross buns. In fact, let's check on them. My friends, look at here at these hot cross buns. I just taken them out of the oven. And it smells heavenly up in this kitchen. I wish it was smell-o-vision. See how nice and lightly golden brown they are? So now we're going to brush them with our orange sugar glaze. Going to make it more brown. And that's what we want. Giving them some sugar. Love citrus in hot cross buns. So amazing. Just brush them all over the top and on the sides. Giving them a shine. All right, my friends, there you have it. Hot cross buns completely from scratch. Don't that look good? And look at the gorgeous cross on top. It's better to serve them hot straight out of the oven. So now I'm about to fix me up a plate and give it a taste. All right, my friends, I got my plate right here. And before we taste it, I want to show y'all how fluffy and pillowy this hot cross bun is. Oh yes, tender, and look at the inside. Fantastic. Look at those raisins. So now I'm going to spread some butter on it. And the bun is still warm, so it'll melt real good. Okie dokie, now it's time for the best part, the tasting. Here we go. Look at that. Nice and golden brown on the bottom. Please have a bite. OMG. Look at this texture. It is so moist and soft. It just melts in your mouth. I could taste the spices and the orange. The raisins are juicy. Has a nice sweet and spiced balance. These hot cross buns are phenomenal, my friends. Please give this recipe a try. This deserves another bite. Yum-o. Hot cross buns licious. My friends, many thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video recipe, please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And for more Southern magic in my kitchen, hit that subscribe button and click on the bell so that way you'll be notified when my new videos come out. Also, follow me on social media, Facebook, Ellen's Homemade Delights, and Instagram at Ellen Delights. And please send me an email, ellenshomemadedelights@gmail.com. I would love to see your beautiful creations with my recipes. And I'll see you next time. Let's eat. Much love and happy Easter.